competitiveness if they hope to escape with a big road victory. For East Rochester Gananda on offense, it's all about the guys up front. They've got to give junior quarterback Robbie Detman time to deliver the ball. And on defense, we talked about the rivals quarterback. The Bombers, he's got their attention. You got to keep pressure on Brady McClurg and wrap him up when they have the opportunity.
It's homecoming night tonight here in East Rochester. A beautiful night for football. And we'll have the kickoff coming your way next. It's the law offices of William Nattar's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Bob Johnson Automotive Group, here on CW Rochester.
Allendale Columbia School provides a student-centered, engaging, and safe environment that inspires a love of learning and helps your child discover their potential to make a positive impact on the world. At Allendale Columbia School, we turn passion into purpose and curiosity into curriculum. Learn more about Allendale Columbia School at allendalecolumbia.org. Allendale Columbia, first here, then anywhere.
Colin, smile over here.
Colin the plumber, you just finished a tough plumbing job. How'd you pull off the win?
Man, that clog was a monster. Toilet paper, roots, wipes, you name it. It was in that line. Defense came out pretty strong, but we had a great offensive plan. Busted out the camera. We even had to break out the hydrojetter just to put a little bit more pressure on it. Most other plumbing companies would have fumbled, but for us, every day is game day. We don't fold under pressure. We're just the best in the biz. True, 24/7 service. Colin the plumber.
I'm Michael Yo, and this is Scrambled Up. 4 contestants race against each other to unscramble words and phrases.
Fire engine?
Stevie Wonder. Every round gets tougher.
Empire State Building?
But the winner will play the ultimate scramble for $10,000. You just won. We got a winner. Let's get scrambled up.
Weeknights at 6 on CW Rochester.
It's the fiercest, most thrilling racing today.
Side by side for the lead.
It's more than just playoffs.
It's war.
Do you believe that? Yeah, baby.
This one is going to be tight.
What a thriller.
Only the strong survive.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs, Saturday on CW Rochester.
Welcome back tonight to East Rochester High School. Kevin, not our first time here. It was a couple seasons ago that we had a great matchup as it was Haverling coming up here from the Bath area. ER, defending champs, and LeRoy, Cal-Mum. Nobody ever thought we'd be saying two rivals like they would come together, but fantastic game we have here tonight.
No question, and you mentioned those two schools coming together last season. Between the two of them, 30 Section 5 titles. There were the joke Coach Humphrey told us years ago. Of course, he was a wide receiver for LeRoy way back when, 2006. And he told us, that was a joke. They always laughed if they ever merged those two teams. They would win the state title every year. Well, between the two of them, they won 10 state titles as well, Gene.
Wow. And as far as the name Rivals, I think it's grown on everyone. It does help to tell the story here, as we will have the captains for a coin toss, which is presented by the Allendale Columbia School. Trent Kessler, player not available tonight, as you see with the injury. Our official, Ray Richardson. A few games over the years, we've had Ray on the call tonight as he's presenting the coin. So it'll be the Rivals to receive here, Kevin, wearing the white uniforms with the black helmets. Just a little bit of red in their trim. ER's colors, the brown and the light blue. And every year they play the one game at Gananda, which they did in week 2.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago they played beat Livonia 35-12.
So you take a look at tonight's head coach is Mike Humphrey. He's a LeRoy grad. He certainly knows the history, and considering he says it's like double the work when you got to deal with two school districts and transportation and everything else. He's doing a great job with this program.
No question. And he was the first ever former LeRoy player to be a head coach of that LeRoy program back in 2023 before they merged with Cal Mum last year. And he led them to the sectional final last year, only to lose to East Rochester, as we mentioned earlier. But unbelievable how setting aside that 123-year rivalry to become one united program.
Tim Rose, the head coach of East Rochester, and we always love our conversations with both these head coaches. And for Coach Rose here tonight, this is just the next week here, Kevin. It's not something that they're going to overstate here tonight.
Yeah, and he's brought home 2 sectional titles during his time here, including last year, 26-13, that victory over LeRoy Cal Mum. So no stranger to success, either program.
It is time for the kickoff. It's going to be presented by BFNR Fence. As East Rochester winning that kickoff, Nicholas Chino is the player to kick this off. Connor Elmore deep back for LeRoy Cal Mum. Picture perfect night, the BFNR kickoff, and that will be fielded at the 19. Yeah, was his knee down when he caught the ball? They're going to rule it up to the 37-yard line. As we take a look here at the offense entering the field, and Robbie Detman, the quarterback for ER, and on the opposite side, it's Brady McClurg. Look at McClurg's numbers. Kevin, the one thing you could say, he's a dual threat.
Yeah, we talked about it in the open. 21-36, 339 through the air, 6 touchdowns, and I mentioned he has that 1 rushing touchdown as well this season.
It's a revamped offensive line for the Rivals, as we'll get to that after this 1st and 10 play. Cameron Ridgey is in the tail here, and it's going to be the quick screen, and it's incomplete. Did they say live? No, that is going to be incomplete, as it was intended for Elmore. As we take a look at tonight's starters, and going from center to right tackle, Simon Green. Carter Page is a right guard, Joseph Retschke left guard. Your left tackle, Michael Fortuna, and Logan Kinsley now at center. Galliard and Elmore are the wide receivers. Thomas Chrissy is your fullback here on this 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Chrissy, the lead blocker, and then breaking an arm tackle and getting forward for not much. Nicholas McCarthy was the first to break through. Now it's 3rd and long for the visitors.
Nick McCarthy on the tackle for the Bombers. Brings up 3rd long.
It's Tyler Leiston, Kevin. A handful.
Got his guardian cap stuck there, getting an adjustment with his equipment.
5 linebackers they'll trot out there. Bryce Panzarella is a co-captain. He's going to be in the middle trying to clean things up here. Justice Allen will be the safety. 3rd down and long. And here will be the pass, trying to go over the top. And is it complete? Do they call it? Yes, they do. Big time completion is McClurg all the way down to Donovan Galliard.
Oh, what a play there. In traffic. Goes right up. Let's take another look here. Gets the foot down. And bobbles, but comes down with it, Gene.
Gain of 35. If this is the NFL and the ball movement, but you know what, Kevin? There's the letter of the law, the spirit of the law. Give the kid a catch. 1st and 10 as LeRoy is on the move. That's a final outlet 1st down, by the way. Play action. McClurg throws across his body, and it's incomplete. Dylan Alcott, the tight end, putting his hand up in the air to signal I was either open or being held. Alcott with 2 touchdowns last week. Ball spotted at the 27. That's Elmore on the near side. Galliard is on the far side at the wide receiver position. Going back to the ground. And look at how he's wrapping up. Rigi making sure that both arms are around the football. That's a nice positive gain down to about the 23 to bring up third down.
Yep, nice gain there by Rigi. Right up the middle, lowered his head with a big pickup. Now 3rd and 5 for the Rivals.
Yeah, 3 games, 46 carries. That's as much as you'll see here in
He's getting
Section
some work.
5, yeah. And that'll be the plan tonight. We're calling this 3rd and 5, and we figure it'd be 4 down territory here for the Rivals. The handoff going inside to the fullback, and that is going to be good enough for the first down. Down to the 15. Chrissy, the fullback, that's a vinyl outlet first down. Also, we're inside the Tim Hortons red zone.
A nice little drive started here for the Rivals. They've done it through the air. Last 2 handoffs here. Picks up the first down, and they're in business 1st and 10 at the 15.
Yeah, it's an offensive line, Kevin, that 3 guys, no new starters. They're just all playing different positions tonight. Green going from center to right tackle. Kinsley now at center.
And that was a coach's decision, we were told. So far, so good for LeRoy Calmum.
As the Rivals on the move, man going into motion, the handoff going back to Rigi, and Rigi diving forward. We'll see where they mark his forward progress.
Gain of about 5. 2nd 5.
Taking time off the clock here as well. McClure breaking that huddle. Five linebackers already. Play action. McClure throwing to the flat. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown. Jude Christ. That's an American Custom Exters and Inters touchdown. The home improvement company that cares.
Oh, LeRoy Calmum just wearing down that ER Gananda defense, lulling them to sleep on the ground the last 2 plays, and then a little play action, roll out to the far sideline, and hit Christ for the 11-yard touchdown.
Wow, that was a player. It's almost like they had him in waiting there, Kevin. It was Rigi, and then first time today we see Christ going out to the flat, finding himself with the position.
An impressive drive there by the Rivals, no question.
Tyler Potter handles the kicking duties here for the Rivals. That has the distance, and that is through the uprights. With 8:50 remaining, now it's ER's turn to go on offense. When we come back, it's the law office of the William Matar's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Bob Johnson Automotive Group, here on CW Rochester.
Thinking about upgrading your home's exterior? Now through September 30th, Stellar Roofing is giving you $500 off or 0% financing for 12 months so you can complete your next home exterior project. At Stellar, you get industry-leading craftsmanship with a top-tier warranty. Choose Western New York's premier home exterior company, backed by hundreds of 5-star reviews. When quality counts, call
888-7663 Stellar Roofing.
Proud partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Here's your scoring summary on that drive, presented by Families Thrive. That's a 3rd down play, a big completion on the right side to Galliard that kept that drive going, Kevin, but a lot of it on the ground. I thought that was as well as you could call from an offensive play calling standpoint.
That's the kind of start you want to have in a big game against a team you lost to in the sectional championship game. Impressive start from the Rivals, 8 plays, 53 yards, and most importantly, 7 on the board.
So here's the BF&R Fence kickoff. As we'll see ER Gananda for the first time tonight on offense. Ooh, and a little bit of a choppy kick, and wisely played. And just kind of going down there and making sure. That's Andrew Newman going down there, as we will have the lineup coming up. Detman, the quarterback. Solid, Kevin.
Yeah,
3-0 start for this team.
266 through the air, 5 touchdowns, of course, coming in and getting his chance after Ben Newman graduated. Ben playing down at Wagner, the All-Greater Rochester Small School Player of the Year a year ago.
As this will be out of the shotgun, and we get movement beforehand. Oh, okay. It's not going to go against the ER. So the Rivals getting marked off for 5.
Yeah, speaking of quarterbacks, Gene McClurg, 3 of 4 through the air on that last drive, 47 yards and the touchdown.
Good start there for LeRoy Calmum. Coming out late on defense. Let's see if they take advantage of it. Here's the pitch. Had a steam. First down and a little bit more. Ray Allen with the first down, presented by the Vinyl Outlet.
4 brings up enough for Bomber. First down.
Let's take a look at the offense starters for ER Gananda. And there is Ray Allen, Radavian being his first name, Justice Allen. And Andrew Newman are your wide receivers. Bryce Panzarella is the team captain, along with Nick Felso. Felso, the left tackle from Gananda High School. We will get to the starters on defense for the visiting Rivals as that ball goes into territory. But here we go. There's a fumble, live ball, and Detman has to fall on it. And a very tricky play there. Carter Page making the stop.
Yeah, ER Gananda fortunate there. Detman wise just to get on the football and avoid the turnover.
Yeah, don't be a hero, and Carter Page was right there perhaps for recovery. So that's a loss all the way back to the 44. You have to get it to the Rival 38. Mark it off, that's 2nd and 18. Plant throw, far side, wide open is going to be Allen. And Allen going to make one man miss and then be driven out of bounds, and that is always a smart play if you can get it into the hands of Justice Allen.
That's our player to watch here tonight and showing the reason why, G.
Let's take a look at the LeRoy starters on defense tonight. And they go with a 4-4 set here, Kevin. 4 down linemen, Elcott and Fortuna on the inside. Reschke, Christie, Ridgie, and Colton Holiday are your linebackers. Jude Chris, who has their touchdown tonight, he is your safety. All right, third down and 7, as that last play picked up 11. You try to get this in 2 pieces as Allen's going to try to turn the corner. Allen picking up a block, got the first down and more. Allen into the red zone. Allen inside the 10. He's out of bounds. Fans are jumping up. It is a first down, certainly. And, boy, once he got the corner, Ray Allen, a big-time play.
Yeah, tremendous blocking by ER Gananda up front.
Well, they're honking the horns here, which that is the tradition, but it is not going to be. Yeah, he definitely steps out right there.
Yep.
As the fire truck. Yeah, everybody here thought it was a touchdown, and we saw it right off the bat. It was out of bounds. So, and now the Rivals will call a timeout, Kevin. So you have these timeouts in the first half to use them. Why not?
No reason to take them all into halftime. You want to use them now. Make sure you get that defense set. ER Gananda has been pushing the ball right down the field. Great start for them as well. They got it down to the 9-yard line, but that last run, I mean, you're concerned if you're Rivals head coach Mike Humphrey. Where were the tacklers? They're fortunate he stepped out of bounds on that play because that would have been 6.
If I may give my own personal endorsement, Kevin, for Good Smoke Barbecue and Pub on West Commercial Street in East Rochester. Had the pulled pork and had some mac and cheese, and highly recommend supporting a local business. And I think the crew's very happy here tonight.
Happy crew equals great broadcast.
Thank you to Good Smoke, Brian, and the whole crew over there. All right, so after that big play, as that went for 46, Allen around the right corner, as here's going to be Detman. Detman, the keeper. Detman gets tripped up inside the 5 as we are inside the Tim Hortons red zone.
Down by number 10, Dylan Alcott. 2nd and goal.
Lyston wearing the Guardian cap there. 6'2", 240 he's listed at, Kevin. It's Owen Munding. He's going to be the running back. He's another player to watch on this offense. Man going to motion. Munding getting the call. Munding trying to pick his way through. Dancing his way, but he's going to be cut down. That's going to be Alcott, the linebacker. Good tackling technique to bring up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, big 3rd and goal coming up for East Rochester Gananda. They get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice blocking up front, but a great tackle right there for LeRoy.
Alcott, a lineman on this team. You'd figure this is 4-down territory, so with that, the good old-fashioned I formation. And it's going to go to Allen, and then Allen is going to be stuffed. Thomas Chrissy with the tackle to bring up 4th down.
4th and goal.
You're not kicking here, Kevin.
No.
Watch 34.
Just gets right through 2, maybe 3 blocks and makes the stop for no gain. Tremendous play there. Brings up 4th and 2.
All right, you call your best play here if you're Tim Rose and that ER coaching staff. Detman out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. RPO. Man back of the end zone, and it's incomplete. Take my word for it, the intended receiver was Allen. And we go from the flashing lights and the horn sounding for a touchdown. And you know what? LeRoy Calmums, our defense takes the timeout, and did that pay off?
Yeah, absolutely. And what a stand. You know, they were on the 9-yard line. Get it down to the 2. Had 2 chances to get it in. And LeRoy Calmum coming up with some big stops to keep E.R. Gananda off the board. And he just overshot him there.
Just, yeah.
He had him.
He had him. And, you know, in baseball, Kevin, if you're trying too hard, it could go a little high, and we'll see if Detman can settle in here a little. Here's McClurg, and that looks like a busted play. That is a busted play. And the Rivals fortunate that didn't go for negative yardage.
And you look back at that E.R. Gananda drive, Gene. Ray Allen, 3 carries, 44 yards. Of course, had that big gain of 35 yards that got him down to the 9-yard line, and it's all for naught. The defense of LeRoy Calmum with a huge stand.
Mike Humphrey, the head coach, he's a Cortland grad, played for the Red Dragons. That's, of course, prior to them winning the national championship a few years ago. How about this camera angle? Great look, guys, as McClurg will be under center. McClurg's going to give it, and the forward progress, so that is not going to be a safety. That gets out to the 1. You know, this E.R. Gananda defense, Kevin, they can pick up their offense with a stop here because it's going to be very difficult for them to pump from this position.
Yeah, they are pinned back at their own 1, facing a 3rd and 11. Not an ideal place to be on the field for your offense.
That's Andrew Newman pointing to his head there. McClurg. 3rd down and 11 from their own 1. Do they play it safe? Yes, they do. And the Bombers are ready for it. Rontrez Williams, a linebacker, coming up to make the tackle, number 11, to bring up 4th down.
It's going to give Tyler Potter a little breathing room to try to get a punt off here, which I'm sure he appreciates after the pickup of 3, but still not a great place to be punting from.
Rivals number 22, Tyler Potter.
Interesting that ER doesn't have anybody deep back here. Not real back. Now darting back will be Allen. making sure that they weren't going to fake it. I'd be shocked if they faked it from here. Low snap. And doing just enough. And they'll be down at the 34-yard line. So that's a net of 26 yards for Tyler Potter. As we'll take a quick break. You're watching the law offices of William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Bob Johnson Automotive, here on CW Rochester.
Colin, smile over here.
Colin the plumber, you just finished a tough plumbing job. How'd you pull off the win?
Man, that clog was a monster. Toilet paper, roots, wipes, you name it. It was in that line. Defense came out pretty strong, but we had a great offensive plan. Busted out the camera. We even had to break out the hydrojetter just to put a little bit more pressure on it. Most other plumbing companies would have fumbled, but for us, every day is game day. We don't fold under pressure. We're just the best in the biz. True, 24/7 service. Colin the plumber.
Yeah, bright lights here on Friday Night Rivals, 7-0. It is the rival. There we go. The Rivals over the Bombers. And the third member of our broadcast team tonight is Tyler Millen. Tyler, good evening.
Good evening to you guys up in the booth. This is a LeRoy Cal-Mum team that's looking to bounce back after a 3-point loss last week. And as we've seen, they have a balanced attack to get it done. Headlined by their dual-threat quarterback Brady McClurg and the running back Cameron Ridgey, who's averaging 68.3 rushing yards per game. LeRoy Cal-Mum has rushed for at least 130 yards in each of their 3 games this season, utilizing a minimum of 39 rushing attempts per game to get it done. But this is an East Rochester Gananda team that's one of just 2 undefeated teams left in Class C, and they have they're averaging defensively just over 10 points per game. They're getting it done on the defensive line. They're going to have to replicate that kind of performance tonight to slow down this rushing attack. Guys, back up to you in the booth.
Yeah, welcome aboard, Tyler. Appreciate that. Do we have to haze him or anything like that, or just kind of?
I don't think that's allowed.
I don't think it's allowed anymore. It's going to be the handoff to Ray Allen. And now all of a sudden, 2 quick plays here. It's already 3rd and 9 here.
The defense for LeRoy Cal-Mum has just been impressive so far in this first quarter. They've bent, but they haven't broken, Gene.
Yeah, Ridgey, Chrissy, linebackers, very active here. All right, it's 3rd and long. Perhaps you would figure this is 4-down territory. You get this in 2 chunks. Gatman takes the snap. Has time, plants, throws, wants a man end zone, and it is not open whatsoever. The intended receiver was Andrew Newman. Ridgey was one of the 2 in on the coverage. And for Tim Rose, he's not going to play the field position game here, Kevin. Don't bother with that. Ball at the 33. Go for it on 4th and 9. So Allen is going to be in the slot, and to the slot on the left is going to be Justice Allen, Ray Allen, your 2 slot receivers. Here's the throw. Deep. Man is open, and he overthrew him. Ray Allen was open on the right sideline, and for the second time here in this first quarter, it will be Gananda turning it over on downs.
Yeah, Dedman's got a few times we've seen it so far, and both on 4th down. He just overthrown Ray Allen in both situations, had him open, maybe with a step there that would have led to 6, and he just mailed it.
So for the Rivals, they could see if they get something going here on the ground, and this time it'll be Jude Christ, and that's also something that's beneficial when you have a Christ in your Ridgey, and you can swap between the 2 here. And that new center being Kinsley. McClurg, play action, rolling to his right. McClurg being patient, running out of time, throwing, and that is complete! Oh, and then it's out. Is that a live ball? The official in the end is going to say it's incomplete.
It is incomplete.
Wow, how did McClure buy that time, Kevin? I thought for sure that looked like a completion, but probably from the other angle, it'll show us conclusively it wasn't. Our director, Eric Harpy. Okay, so 1, 2. Oh, well, that is one A-plus play there by, yeah, no doubt about it. Could be one of our dealership plays of the game. Yeah, Justice Allen stripping that away. And Allen right away, signaling incomplete. So great play on both ends. One by McClure to buy the time there, and then Justice Allen. And another busted play. But making something out of it is McClure. He's got the first down and more into Bomber territory. Still on his feet, and we drag down at the 30-yard line. That is good enough for a final outlet, first down.
Yeah, McClure getting loose, rolling out to that far sideline. And Gananda knows he can do it through the air. We've seen that already, and now showing what he can do on the ground.
37 yards, and Connor Elmore did just enough to seal off the edge there. Justice Allen with a touchdown-saving tackle. The Rivals on the move. LeRoy Calmum, 1st and 10 at the Bomber 30. Pitch going. Trying to follow his blockers is going to be Chris. Chris, nice running. Following his blockers, he's close to the first down, and I think they're going to give it to him, Kevin. They do. Good enough for a first down presented by the Vinyl Outlet. Right on the 20-yard line. This will bring us under a minute to go here in this first quarter. McClure, little quick screen and getting that out to Elmore. Elmore makes a man miss, and Elmore getting some positive yardage down to the 16, a gain of 4 as we're inside the Tim Hortons red zone.
And McClure just looking so comfortable here so far in this first quarter.
Well, if I'm Mike Humphrey, I'm taking this to the quarter. Like, this is, you're on the road. Tyler Millen joining our broadcast crew tonight. And indeed, that is what the LeRoy Calmum Rivals will do. As decent a first quarter as they could have hoped for. Getting the touchdown, getting a goal line stand, the stop on 4th down, and now driving here as we head to the second. You're watching the law offices of William Matar's Friday Night Rivals. It's driven by Bob Johnson Automotive Group. And this is CW Rochester.
Hey Don, did you know that when a contractor offers you special financing, you're actually paying a fee for that?
I did not realize that.
And that fee actually gets added to your project cost.
All right, so what about these special offers and discounts? Are they for real?
What do you think, Don? At American, we're upfront about your financing options, and we don't play games with deceptive discounts.
Now that sounds good to me.
When you're in the middle of something special, the last thing you want is to lose power. Enjoy safety, comfort, and the power of those special moments uninterrupted with a Cummins Quiet Connect home standby generator.
Are you ready?
So you can carry on doing what matters most.
Yes!
Cummins.
Every child deserves a safe, loving home. At Families Thrive, we connect children with the foster and adoptive families who can change their lives forever. On November 1st, join us for the Families Thrive Gala. Together, we'll celebrate the power of family and raise critical funds to support children in need. Get your tickets Make a donation and help every child find their forever home. Because when families thrive, children thrive.
This week, a full day of action on CW Sports Saturday ignites with the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs.
It's war.
As the postseason heats up in a Kansas clash.
What a thriller!
Only the strong survive.
Then, upset-minded Virginia Tech looks to slow down rising star Hollywood Smothers and NC State.
My goodness.
CW Sports Saturday. Saturday on CW Rochester.
Stay tuned for the Stellar Roofing halftime report, as we will certainly go over what happened here in the first half, and we'll also give you highlights from around the country as well. And Tyler Miller will be catching up with a coach or two. Stellar Roofing halftime report will be coming your way as we get ready for the start of the second quarter. With Kevin Roche, my name is Gene Battaglia. Cal Mum LeRoy. LeRoy, Cal Mum getting this done so far, and they're on the move. You're facing a 2nd and 6 in the red zone as the handoff. No, it's a keeper for McClurg. Nice fake, but in the end, the Bombers were ready for that to bring up third down.
Yeah, the Rivals just continuing what they've been doing so far all night. Outgaining ER Gananda 117-35 or 55 rather in that first quarter, Gene, and they're adding to it here so far in the second.
The sophomore Owen Munding with the tackle as McClurg will look back at the sideline here for the call from Mike Humphrey. Just bringing up 3rd down and 2 after that gain of 4. Cameron Ridgey is the single setback. 2 receivers are to the right. 2 tight end formation. Ridgey gets the call. And no, it's a fake to the right. Ridgey going ahead, and that'll be Elmore getting the first down. Well-designed play. Everybody getting involved here tonight so far for LeRoy Calmon. Now the end around, Kevin.
Works to perfection. See Justice Allen over there in on the tackle for ER Gananda, saving a touchdown.
That'll be down to the 6. Cummings Home Power generating that first down. 1st and goal. McClurg is under center. Man going into motion, and the handoff between the tackles, and he will be wrapped up. And who else? Tyler Lyston throwing his man down. Number 65.
Big number 65. We mentioned in the open. Difficult to deal with. Making a big stop.
Yeah, he is a senior, we should point out, Tyler Lyston.
Yeah, impressive when a opposing head coach says, "This guy, this is the guy we got."
Yeah, we don't get that too often.
Not often.
Nope. 65. That's the guy. Ridgey is your running back on 2nd and goal from the 6. Ooh. And again, short of the goal line.
Ray Allen did on the tackle there for the Bombers. Brings up 3rd and goal.
As the clock moving on here.
The Rivals in no rush. McClurg in total command of this offense. They are just methodically moving the ball down the field. Very impressive so far from the Rivals.
All Wall of Fame inductees to please meet at the turf field entrance. Such as the side of the field. Once again, all Wall of Fame inductees, please meet at the turf entrance. Thank you.
Guys.
So it'll be Ridgey out of the tail of this eye, and are we going to have a penalty against LeRoy Calmon? A false start.
Remains 3rd down.
Probably 4 down territory anyways, Kevin, but mark him back to 5.
Yeah, it's definitely something you don't want when you're moving the ball so well. You don't want to have those self-inflicted penalties that march you backwards. Brings up 3rd and 8 now.
McClurg breaking the huddle. The play action throw to the end zone, fade pattern, and touchdown! What a throw by McClurg to the far corner. That's an America Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown, the home improvement company that cares.
Yeah, Austin Metzger coming up with the touchdown here. Beautiful catch, beautiful throw, and another touchdown for LeRoy Cal-Mum. They're up 13.
No, we weren't. We were trying to get a kid over there.
Tyler Potter.
You're right. 1958.
Takes out the PAT.
Here will be the point after attempt coming up for Tyler Potter. That's up and good. Fantastic start tonight for LeRoy Cal-Mum. 2 touchdown passes from Brady McClurg. That last one on 3rd and goal. It's the law offices of William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Bob Johnson Automotive Group here on CW Rochester.
Colin,
smile over here.
Colin the plumber, you just finished a tough plumbing job. How'd you pull off the win?
Man, that clog was a monster. Toilet paper, roots, wipes, you name it. It was in that line. Defense came out pretty strong, but we had a great offensive plan. Busted out the camera. We even had to break out the hydrojetter just to put a little bit more pressure on it. Most other plumbing companies would have fumbled, but for us, every day is game day. We don't fold under pressure. We're just the best in the biz. True, 24/7 service. Colin the plumber.
$14-0 LeRoy Cal-Mum. That last drive going 9 plays, 67 yards.
Could it have started any better for the Rivals? 2 of their 3 drives, touchdowns, while they've gotten 2 turnover on downs on the defensive side when they've stopped E.R. Gananda. It's been just a tremendous start from Mike Humphrey and the Rivals here tonight. They could have asked for better.
Tyler Potter to kick this one off. And again, that kickoff presented by BF&R Fence. Now, what can get LeRoy Cal-Mum on their heels a little bit? How about the E.R. Gananda offense here, Kevin? They've had opportunities.
No
Heck,
question.
we thought fans here thought they had a touchdown earlier tonight.
They've been able to run the ball. It's been impressive. They just haven't been able to get it in the end zone. They've had 2 opportunities in rival territory, and they've turned it over on downs both times.
You started it all.
Paul started the Rivals.
Be quiet.
So we will have them do it all over here again, Kevin. Why not? Kickoff coming up again. The BF&R Fence kickoff coming up. And this time, well, you kick it like that, it's going to be inbounds. And oh, there's some room on the near side. And, Connor Elmore says, no, you're not turning the corner. Brennan Ingram with a return.
Bombers. Taken down by number 1, Connor Elmore for the Rivals. 1st and 10 Bombers.
Ingram getting coached up there. So that ball on the 37, not so bad, Kevin, after the first ball went out of bounds there.
And here you want to see the Bombers come out and just relax. A lot of game left. Let's see what they can do again. Get back to running the football where they had a lot of success.
And it's Going to be a nice tackle. That is going to be Dylan Alcott, the defensive end, holding his ground. Fantastic two-way player here for LeRoy Calmon. Call it a gain of 1 on that play. The sophomore Owen Munding is your running back here on 2nd down and 9. And a quick screen pass going far side, and that'll be caught by Newman. And Newman will pick his way forward, and he'll mark his progress just shy of the 45, mark him up to the 44 to bring up 3rd down.
And a great play call there by ERG. Settled down the junior quarterback. Nice, easy throw. Makes it to Newman. Give him a little confidence here and keep this offense moving.
Jude Chris reading that one the whole way. The safety to come up and make the stop. 3rd down and 3. And if nothing else, Kevin, you want to give your defense a little bit of a break here. See if he can pick up this 1st down. Detman takes the snap, handing it off to Allen, flag coming down. So Ray Allen, that would go for a 1st down, but let's check the laundry on the field.
Got a flag on the play.
Yeah, it's going to be against the Bombers.
Illegal formation by the Bombers.
He's been swearing at us, Pat.
Mute the mics here. Well, if any of that language got out over the air, we apologize. Let's get back to the game. As there was, unfortunately, an incident here in the stands. We're not going to go into it any further. 3rd down. Let's not take away anything for the kids on the field here. Here's going to be the snap. Detman plants, throws. Man, wide open. Caught for the 1st down. Justice Allen. And he will keep the legs moving, bringing it down to the 45-yard line. Cummings home power generating that 1st down.
Yeah, and just what he needed. Across the middle to his number 1 target. Nice throw across the middle. Picks up the 1st down into Rivals territory. After a couple penalties, Bombers still able to pick up the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 45 of the Rivals. Robbie Detman completing that pass. And now he's going to keep it himself, trying to get around the edge. He's not going to. And they're going to get the horse collar, I believe. That's a tough play. Mike Fortuna had him knocked down for a loss of 5 on the play. Let's see if that indeed is going to be the call. Yeah, indeed it is a horse collar. Having to have him for a loss of 5 on the play.
Yeah, really the first big mistake there the Rivals have made here tonight. putting E.R. Gananda down to the 30-yard line of the Rivals.
Now the penalty generates a first down presented by Cummings Home Power. 1st and 10 now at the 30. The throw, and he's hit. That's a live ball. It's out. And on the far side, recovered. At least the way I saw it, it's a live ball. The officials are going to make sure.
Dylan Elcott looks to recover it.
And you see the official, Ray Richards, saying the ball is out. That is a big-time hit. That could be our school bus stop of the game there. Also our play of the game. Kevin, what do we see here?
Oh, just right up the middle. The pressure on him. And as the ball's coming out, gets his hand on his throwing arm.
Boy, Mike Fortuna, after that penalty to come up with a big play like this. That could be our school bus stop of the game, which we will have for you at the end of the game. What a play. And you see the open palm, and the officials right there with the call. 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, McClurg and the offense for the Rivals back out there. What a night he's had so far. 101 total yards and 2 passing touchdowns. The Rivals with the football again, looking to add to their lead.
This is 2nd down here coming up. As the clock moving on here. They've done it on the ground. Here's the play action. Throwing right side, and it's going to be incomplete. Justice Hill with another breakup as Dylan Alcott, the intended receiver, the tight end.
36.
Opportunity now for the Bombers to get off the field here in this first half.
Yeah, they need their defense to step up here. They can't afford to go down any more than 14, 2 scores. Big 3rd and 6 coming up.
Third and 6, McClurg under center, pitching it to the right. Oh, it's going to be a trick play. Back to McClurg by Chris. He's got the first down and more into ER territory. Still on his feet and all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Jude Chris back to Brady McClurg. How about that first down generated by Cummings Home Power?
Yeah, Coach Humphrey pulling things out of his bag of tricks there and totally catching the ER Gananda defense off guard there. Nobody on the far side of the field for the Bombers. Nice block right there. And McClurg with the huge pickup to the 30-yard line of the Bombers.
LeRoy Calmum pulling out all the stops, and why not? It's the team that they know they have to get by. It's only week 4, mind you, but so far so good here for the Rivals as the handoff will go inside back to the ground game. Lightston making the tackle. You don't even need to see 65. You know it's him with the Guardian cap as Cameron Ridgey getting the carry. Is it just me, Kevin, or is this first half just
like flown by?
Yeah. This. Closed captioning brought to you tonight exclusively by Colin the Plumber. Thank you to Colin the Plumber and all our sponsors here tonight on Friday Night Rivals. 2nd and long. Inside handoff going to Elmore. Elmore, lots of room. Elmore makes a move. Elmore still on his feet into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! Rivals! Connor Elmore. That's good enough for American Custom Exteriors and Interiors. Touchdown, the home improvement company that cares. 20-0.
29-yard touchdown there. They seem to have an answer tonight for everything. They've done it offensively. They've done it defensively. It has been a tremendous performance by the Rivals here on the road as they have dictated play on both sides of the football.
On to attempt his 3rd PAT is the senior Tyler Potter. here on homecoming night. The rivals come into ER, and they now have a 3-score lead. We will take a quick break. As you're watching the law office of the William Guitars Friday Night Rivals, driven by Bob Johnson Automotive Group, here on CW Rochester.
Thinking about upgrading your home's exterior? Now through September 30th, Stellar Roofing is giving you $500 off or 0% financing for 12 months so you can complete your next home exterior project. At Stellar, you get industry-leading craftsmanship with a top-tier warranty. Choose Western New York's premier home exterior company, backed by hundreds of 5-star reviews. When quality counts, call
888-7663 Stellar Roofing.
Proud partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Our drive summary presented by Families Thrive. 5 plays, 66 yards. And that's Connor Elmore showing that's some deceptive speed there, Kevin. Like, okay, he's at the second level and boom.
Boom,
gone.
he took off. Yeah. And there was some nice blocking, but also you notice on that replay there were some missed tackles as well that the Bombers have to get cleaned up here quickly.
Here once again is going to be the kickoff presented by BFNR Fence. As that'll be down at the 38-yard line. Now you always hear about the 2-for-1, and this is the opportunity here for the Bombers because do something good on offense, get the ball to begin the second half. This game's certainly not over.
No question. And you want to do something that gives your group a little confidence. 2:43 left in the half. They have moved the ball tonight, but again, we saw the turnover on downs. They've had 2 of those. They got to get Detman a little confidence and get something positive going into halftime. Even if they get 3, they need something on the board.
Detman out of the shotgun. Yeah, they moved the ball here, particularly that one play on the first drive is trying to get the end around there will be number 10, William Disier-Pinones. Just a reminder, too, we've got the Stellar Roofing halftime report coming up as we'll send it downstairs to Tyler Millen then, and we'll be talking to a coach or two. We will have highlights not just from this game but from around the country, and we will also have our student athletes. We'll mention not from 2 high schools, from 4, Kevin.
Yes,
we have ER, we have Gananda, we have Caledonia-Mumford, and we have LeRoy.
The changing landscape in high school athletics.
2nd down and long, 2nd and 8. The snap, plant, throw, knockdown at the line, and that is just a good play, getting his paws up into the air. Simon Green, number 53. Kevin, if you can't get to the quarterback, do what Simon did. Just put your hands up in the air.
No question. Read it perfectly. Gene, we talk about all these mergers and talking with both teams. Gananda, 2003, they did it. It's been over 20 years since they merged, but it's out of necessity, and I think that is something that the LeRoy, Cal, Mum folks said, some people in the community, mainly on social media, not thrilled with the idea, but, administrators understood why it needed to happen, and certainly the student athletes understand, and they've come together as one and made it work.
Times change. I'm driving out here tonight, Kevin, and I'm thinking growing up as a kid, reading the Democrat and Chronicle and about the little brown jug. The Fairport game. That was for so many years, but of course now, that is something of the past, as that'll be another first down. Cummings Home Power generating that first down, and always a good play to get it to Justice Allen, number 1.
And you mentioned that, to get back to that, it's not just football, especially for LeRoy and Cal Mum. It's boys varsity soccer they have merged for, as well as boys and girls varsity cross country.
There's 2 receivers going to the right. Snap, Detman with time. Detman heaving it deep down the field. He had Ray Allen streaking down the left sideline.
Number 2, Ray Allen. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Bombers.
Gee, that's the second or third time he's had Allen. I believe the third time at least he's had Allen open and just overshooting him a little bit. And again, Allen's got a step on his defenders. If they're able to connect, it could be a big play. Just what East Rochester Gananda needs at this time.
At the 48. And now the clock becomes an issue, although you do have all the timeouts remaining. Detman pulls it down. Detman throws up. That's a live ball, and it's going to be caught somehow. Justice Allen, not the play you draw up, but the results you want in the end nonetheless. Down to the 35, Cummings home power, generating an unorthodox first down there.
Yeah, that looked like a disaster in waiting, and, he looked like he was going to get hit, and we know he fumbled the last series, so fortunate play there for the Bombers.
As rolling to his right, Detman probably wise to throw it away. Oh, he's got to throw that away, and now it'll be ER taking a timeout there, Kevin. I know you want to make a play, but Detman eating that for a sack of a loss of 4. Justice Allen, who also plays basketball, and maybe that helps getting some hops here.
Yeah, timed that ball perfectly, goes up and gets it in traffic, and more importantly, picks up the first down.
Probably Cameron Ridgey's thinking, I've got this, like a center fielder. That looked like that was going to be an easy pick. We had the opportunity to talk to Justice Allen this week. What a fine leader on this team.
Yeah, and he talked about his young quarterback, which is his first year as the varsity quarterback, and he said he's very mature. He's a leader and takes command, and that's the kind of guy you want under center.
He's got 3 catches for 44 yards so far tonight.
Now you look at both Allens, and you got to figure out a way to get them, either one, the ball, because they both have the capabilities to make a big-time play. Number 1 and number 2 for ER Gananda.
Detman out of the shotgun, and the clock is the issue here. 35 seconds, and then Detman has no other choice but just to fall on it. Big loss on the play, and now they'll take the timeout. Stopping the clock with 26 seconds. Did he just take his eye off the ball? Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, that's the second time we've seen that. We saw one in the first quarter on the first drive that kind of was over his head, mishandled on the snap, and again we see it here late in the second quarter. And Coach Rose is just patting him on the helmet, telling him, settle down. 26.5 seconds remaining. Not ideal, but not a turnover.
No, looking at 3rd and 25, and not only do you have Justice Allen, you have Ray Allen, too.
Yeah.
Ray Allen, that first drive, nice play around the corner, hitting that for big-time yardage, and Tyler Lyson.
They've got difference makers, and that can strike quickly, and then that's one of the reasons why the rivals said, we got to keep them in front of us. They've done a great job with that tonight, and when they have gotten past them, the ball has just been just a little out of reach or a little overthrown. If ER Gananda can start to hook up, Detman can hook up with his receivers on that deep ball, we could have a different ball game in the second half.
Third down and 25. Mike Humphrey, the head coach of LeRoy Calmum. Detman pulls it back, throwing deep downfield. It's intercepted. Ball underthrown, and that'll be number 2, Brady McClurg, with the interception. So McClurg, 2 touchdown passes tonight, and they're an interception that's going to keep the host Bombers off of the scoreboard here in the first half. You know, from the standpoint of it's 3rd and 25, Kevin, but there's 3 guys around.
Yeah, that's a tough throw right there, and a tough turnover. Another turnover for the Bombers.
See who gets the call, and there's the pitch. It's going to be Elmore, and Elmore probably is just kind of wise just to kind of go down here and call it a half, as he will. And this brings us under 10 seconds, and that should do it here. Trying for the trickery, but to no avail. But could you ask for a better half there if you're a LeRoy Cal-Mum fan?
I mean, that was every phase of the game has been in favor of the rivals, and you are Gananda. You almost want to flush that, put it behind you, and got to come out on that first drive. You get the football after halftime, and you've got to have something positive happen for your offense because it has been a struggle. 2 turnover on downs, 2 turnovers, and a 21-point deficit.
And it all established, too, by just the running attack. Having a Ridgie there kind of doing his thing. And also you have Drew Chris that you were able to pop out into the right flat there, Kevin. A lot of different pieces on this LeRoy Cal-Mum offense that they're tough to account for.
And all paced by the quarterback. The dual threat, we said, coming into the game, you got to keep your eye on number 2. Well, he's shown us 2 touchdown passes and also making quick work with his legs and picking up big first downs.
As we send it downstairs, Tyler, go ahead.
Coach, you got a 0 on the board there. What's impressed you about the way your defense has played in this first half?
We're flying around pretty good. Okay, we got 11 guys getting to the football consistently. There's some things we got to clean up. A couple outside runs that hit early on. 3rd and a mile, and we let a guy, their best receiver, get open. That can't happen. But you can't be disappointed with 0 on the scoreboard.
What's impressed you about the way McClurg has really commanded and controlled this offense?
That's him. That's nothing new. That's what he did last year. That's what he's been doing this year. We just need to do it for another half.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Tyler. As that is head coach Mike Humphrey. As coming up next, we will have the halftime report presented by Stellar Roofing. It's a rematch of last year's sectional championship as it's LeRoy Cal-Mum leading 21-0 here on Friday Night Rivals.
Every child deserves a safe, loving home. At Families Thrive, we connect children with the foster and adoptive families who can change their lives forever. On November 1st, join us for the Families Thrive Gala. Together, we'll celebrate the power of family and raise critical funds to support children in need. Get your tickets, make a donation, and help every child find their forever home. Because when families thrive, children thrive.
When it comes to home improvements, you need a company you can trust. That's why I turn to American Custom. They're honest, affordable, and always get the job done right. Whether it's roofing, siding, windows, or remodeling, American Custom has the expertise to transform your home using solid materials to make everything look brand new. American Custom is your trusted partner for all your home improvement needs. Call American today for a free estimate.
The all-new Connors and Ferris podcast studio is here.
It's legit.
Catch every angle with the Buffalo Plus podcast. Make your picks with Uncle Dan's best bets.
I don't think there's a single world that the Bills don't win this game.
Deep dive into the NFL on The League and hear insights from the Bills' opposition on what they're saying.
Is it a revenge game, do you think, for the Ravens?
All from the Connors and Ferris podcast studio and Buffalo Plus. Check it out on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's the fiercest, most thrilling racing today.
Side by side for the lead.
It's more than just playoffs.
It's war.
Do you believe that? Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
This one is going to be tight.
What a thriller.
Only the strong survive.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs.
Saturday on CW Rochester.
homecoming night tonight, and Kevin, they have the parade in town, which driving in, their families, there's kids all lined up for the parade here
lining
tonight.
all the streets leading to the stadium.
Yeah, so
great scene.
Hopefully the home team can give them something to cheer for coming up here in the second half. LeRoy Calmum with 3 touchdowns. We'll have highlights coming up in a little bit. We are going to bring you now our Scholar Athletes of the Week. Now, it's not 2 high schools, but 4. So let's start here with Sean Hogan. He's this year's nominee from East Rochester. Sean is captain of ER's championship soccer team, as well as MVP for the tennis team 2 consecutive years. He serves as the class vice president, high school orientation leader, and is a youth soccer camp counselor. Ellen Michaels is Gananda's Scholar Athlete selection. Ella is a state champion in cheer, 3rd-team All-League in lacrosse as well. She's class president in addition to co-president of Student Congress. Community activities include serving as a student coach for youth cheer. Now for the visiting team tonight, Cameron Ridgey, Scholar Athlete, nominated from LeRoy Cameron, football captain, and is a 2-time powerlifting champion. And for Caledonia-Mumford, Trent Kessler, he's also a football captain, not able to play tonight, unfortunately, because of injury. He's a 4-year varsity player. Trent helps umpire youth baseball and served as a volunteer for a summer rec program. The Scholar Athlete program recognizes students who achieve both on and off the field. Now, at the end of the season, one winner will be selected to receive a $5,000 scholarship to the school of their choice. We're at the half. We'll have some highlights coming your way next. LeRoy Calmum up 21-0 here in the Crescent Moon tonight on Friday Night Rivals.
Your home, your sanctuary, protect it with the perfect fence. At BF&R Fence, we specialize in high-quality commercial and residential fencing that enhances the beauty and security of your landscaping. Whether it's privacy, safety, or simply adding curb appeal, we've got you covered. Durable, custom-built, and designed to last. Give your property an uplifting makeover with BF&R Fence. Contact us today for your free estimate. Your home and business deserve the best.
Hi, welcome to Ide Volkswagen.
I'm in great hands when the Ide family of dealerships has my car in for service. I can kick back and relax with some amazing coffee and new friends, knowing their expertise will be honest, reliable, and fast. The best part is, it's totally tailored to me and my ride. I'm lucky to have Ide right here in my hometown. Thank you! And I wouldn't dream of going anywhere else. It's all about you at Ide VW Service.
Allendale Columbia School provides a student-centered, engaging, and safe environment that inspires a love of learning and helps your child discover their potential to make a positive impact on the world. At Allendale Columbia School, we turn passion into purpose and curiosity into curriculum. Learn more about Allendale Columbia School at allendalecolumbia.org. Allendale Columbia, first here, then anywhere.
Thinking about upgrading your home's exterior? Now through September 30th, Stellar Roofing is giving you $500 off or 0% financing for 12 months so you can complete your next home exterior project. At Stellar, you get industry-leading craftsmanship with a top-tier warranty. Choose Western New York's premier home exterior company, backed by hundreds of 5-star reviews. When quality counts, call
888-7663 Stellar Roofing.
Proud partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Well, you never know what to expect here on Friday Night Rivals as the bright lights on this final Friday of the month of September. And it's just not here. You got games from all over the country. Let's take a look at the best of the best here on Friday Night Rivals.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night Rivals highlights from across the country.
Angel's gonna run it. Case and Angel, first down and more. Case and Angel, midfield, still on his feet. There he goes. He's off to the races, and no one's gonna catch him. Touchdown.
He doesn't see Holloway coming right there. Oh, yeah.
Nice. Lands on his head. Fourth down, they're going to keep the offense on the field, going to the end zone. This ball's up for grabs. Jump ball, and it's caught.
It is.
Hula again.
So going to see how he's doing and figure things out. A high snap way over his head. Again, a fine play, but he's in real trouble. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, just thrown down. And how about this? It's going to be chalk-jaw ball inside the Synovus red zone.
Plenty of time towards the end zone. And it is caught. Caught it is. Jarry Moore Stewart with a fantastic catch in the end zone. And it's a Reaper's Revenge touchdown for the Panthers.
To keep the Mules undefeated. Walker Bryant to hold. The kick is up. It is straight. It is perfect. And it is good. And the Mules walk off with the win at Lenox Stadium.
Who knows? Maybe we make those highlights next week. Certainly, we've had some in the first half. Let's take a look back when we come back here. It's the law office of Willie Matar's Friday Night Rivals here on CW Rochester.
It's Comfort's Fall Showroom Sale, Saturday, September 27th from 9 to 2. A sale too big to miss. Lock in VIP deals like this. A free triple pane upgrade on Comfort windows. Only at Comfort's one-day Fall Showroom Sale, Saturday, September 27th from 9 till 2. Don't miss it.
Colin, smile over here.
Colin the plumber, you just finished a tough plumbing job. How'd you pull out the win?
Man, that clog was a monster. Toilet paper, roots, wipes, you name it. It was in that line. Defense came out pretty strong, but we had a great offensive plan. Busted out the camera. We even had to break out the hydrojetter just to put a little bit more pressure on it. Most other plumbing companies would have fumbled, but for us, every day is game day. We don't fold under pressure. We're just the best in the biz. True, 24/7 service. Colin the plumber.
Your home, your sanctuary, protected with the perfect fence. At BF&R Fence, we specialize in high-quality commercial and residential fencing that enhances the beauty and security of your landscaping. Whether it's privacy, safety, or simply adding curb appeal, we've got you covered. Durable, custom-built, and designed to last. Give your property an uplifting makeover with BF&R Fence. Contact us today for your free estimate. Your home and business deserve the best.
This week, upset-minded Virginia Tech looks to slow down rising star Hollywood Smothers and NC State.
My goodness.
CW Football Saturday.
Saturday on CW Rochester.
This week, a full day of action on CW Sports Saturday ignites with the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs.
It's warm.
As the postseason heats up in a Kansas clash.
What a thriller!
Only the strong survive.
Then, upset-minded Virginia Tech looks to slow down rising star Hollywood Smothers and NC State.
My goodness.
CW Sports Saturday.
Saturday on CW Rochester.
Expect a stellar job every time. It's the Stellar Roofing halftime report. And yeah, it's homecoming time for the king and the queen. And we also have the inductees into the ER Hall of Fame coming in tonight, too.
Big night.
We take a look at the first half highlights. And unfortunately, the home team, you're not going to see much in terms of the Bombers. This sets the tone. Galliard on 3rd and long. Yes, he gets his foot in. That's a first down. Then a well-designed play, capping off a 9-play, 67-yard drive. Jude Chris with the touchdown. ER trying to answer. That's 4th and goal from the 2. And, Davis. Ray Davis was wide open. Now, Ray Allen, I should say, wide open as here's going to be the end around. McClurg then play action. He's going to find his man, Austin Metzger, with the touchdown. And the extra point is good. It's 14-0. How about this, Kevin, for the trick play?
Oh, they pulling out all the stops as we mentioned earlier, and look at McClurg with a big pickup to keep the drive alive for Cal Mum LeRoy.
Then Elmore showing speed at the second level. Look at that key block that was also delivered by Jude Christ on that play, number 28. As we take a look at the first half stats, and it's pretty one-sided, but the one I want to point out, the 2 turnovers, it doesn't count the turnover on downs.
Right.
You're just giving extra possessions here if you're ER Gananda. The good news, if you're the home team, they get the ball to begin the second half.
Yeah, 2 turnovers, the fumble and the interception there in the first half, and then the 2 turnovers on downs.
We send it downstairs to Tyler. Tyler?
Coach, what do you have to do to get into a rhythm offensively going into the second half?
I think the biggest thing is we got to start limiting our mistakes. We're making mistakes here and there, and in football, if one guy is not on the same page, it shows.
What do you have to do defensively to limit this offense?
We just got to make sure we're lined up correctly and we're fitting into the gaps in the run game right. We're same kind of thing as offense. We're kind of making mistakes and they're taking advantage of it, which we knew they were going to be a well-coached, disciplined team. So that's what we expected. So,
awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tyler. As we will have the second half coming your way next. It's the law offices of William & Tarr's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Bob Johnson Automotive Group, here on CW Rochester.
This is the 2025 Nissan Rogue. With a 12.3-inch touch display, it's the most powerful Rogue ever. And has 225 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot of torque. Go Rogue in the 2025 Nissan Rogue. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models, or get a low $229 per month lease on Rogue.
Your home, your sanctuary, protected with the perfect fence. At BF&R Fence, we specialize in high-quality commercial and residential fencing that enhances the beauty and security of your landscaping. Whether it's privacy, safety, or simply adding curb appeal, we've got you covered. Durable, custom-built, and designed to last. Give your property an uplifting makeover with BF&R Fence. Contact us today for your free estimate. Your home and business deserve the best.
When you're in the middle of something special, the last thing you want is to lose power. Enjoy safety, comfort, and the power of those special moments uninterrupted with a Cummins Quiet Connect home standby generator.
You ready?
So you can carry on doing what matters most.
Yes!
Cummins.
Hi, welcome to Ide Volkswagen.
I'm in great hands when the Ide family of dealerships has my car in for service. I can kick back and relax with some amazing coffee and new friends, knowing their expertise will be honest, reliable, and fast. The best part is, it's totally tailored to me and my ride. I'm lucky to have Ide right here in my hometown.
Thank you.
And I wouldn't dream of going anywhere else. It's all about you at Ide VW Service.
Yeah, well, welcome back to Don Quinn Field, and there is the man himself in the shorts coming on out as we had the new Hall of Fame class get inducted at the half here tonight on homecoming.
Yeah,
night.
the legendary coach. You talked about the little brown jug. He won 17 times over Fairport and won that jug for East Rochester. Had a tremendous career here with the Bombers.
Just such a tight-knit community, and gosh, like businesses like Good Smoke helping out. It's like you can walk right down ER and love this community. We are ready for the second half with Kevin Roche and Tyler Millen tonight. My name is Gene Battaglia. It's the BF&R Fence kickoff to begin this second half. As this will be Munding, bringing it up, bringing him on the near numbers, 40, 45, lowering his shoulder, and he gets tackled from behind. Samad Ellington, the sophomore, getting the touch there, Kevin.
Just what they needed, right out of the halftime break. Some positive yardage picked up on the kickoff, and they are in Rivals territory at the 48-yard line. Courtesy of the sophomore.
And can they settle things down here, Kevin? That's the question.
Yeah, Detman coming in first half stats 5 of 11, 61 yards, but those 2 turnovers, Gene.
As the handoff will go to Ray Allen, and Allen, that's all you need on first down. Just get it across the 45 down to about the 44. We'll call it a gain of 4.
Allen in the first half had 4 carries, 46 yards. Important to try to get him going, as well as Justice Allen in the second half. Make it easy on your quarterback with those 2 playmakers.
Owen Munding is the running back. Also in the backfield is Ray Allen once again. And the pitch is going to go to Munding, and Munding breaks the tackle, and Munding gets it inside the 30-yard line. That's good enough for a vinyl outlet first down. Good for a gain of 15.
That's just what ERG needed. Couple big plays, a nice kickoff return gets him in good field position, and then a couple positive runs. Picking up the first down here, Munding down to the 29-yard line, 1st and 10, Bombers.
And that's Leiston with the big block there, clearing out the path. Also Nick Felso, team captain, ahead on the play. 1st and 10, they spot it at the 29. And the little pitch, we'll call it a forward pass to Munding, and Munding will get it down just outside the 25-yard line.
And I think Coach Rose at halftime said, look, the sectional championship was last year, but there's so much pride in both of these programs and so much success. ER Gananda wants to show something, especially here on homecoming, and they have responded so far here in the second half.
You look at the numbers there for Owen Munding, and that is an average of well over 8 yards a carry. See if they can get him more involved here in the second half. Dedman as the offense on the move, now going back to Allen. Ray Allen's going to be bouncing it to the outside, and he will be tackled with I'd love to tell you who 54 was. Do not have that. So, apologies to their family. New number, which sometimes happens here. 3rd down and long. Third and 8 to 28. Detman takes the snap, plants, throws right side, and I don't think he ever got a good grip on it, Kevin, as that falls well incomplete to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to figure out how to get his hands on the football, and kind of bobbled it on the snap and couldn't complete the throw to the near sideline. Yeah. Just didn't get his fingertips on it and had to get rid of it. Pressure was coming.
Yep, I don't think he ever got his fingers on the laces there. So, if there's a 4th down that the Bombers need, this would be it. Trying to keep this drive alive. Detman takes the snap, rolling to his right. Detman throws, and it's incomplete. He did have in the right flat Ray Allen overthrown, and for the 3rd time tonight, LeRoy Calmum takes over on downs.
Yeah, nice start to that drive, Gene. Good field position, some positive gains on the ground, and then 4th down for the 3rd time tonight, unable to convert. And the frustration definitely setting in for the Bombers.
So, an opportunity for LeRoy Calmum to really take control of this game. They're up 21-0. They have the ball in the second half. And that will go ahead to the 30. Only for a gain of 2. Going number 44, Cameron Ridgey. Oh, and the Ridgey, look at the inspection there. Is that a cut that's open? They're going to say, nah. Just a little raspberry, Kevin.
Yeah, it's got a few of those, I would imagine, over the year, now that it's week 4 especially.
Everybody getting calloused up by this point. Brady McClurg, 2 through the air tonight. Play action. McClurg throws right side, has a man open, and turning around looking as Jude Chris tried to pull that one in. Chris coming out of the backfield, Kevin, they're having problems picking him up, and it's not an easy catch. I'll say that.
But he had some room to work if he did catch it. That was going to be a big pickup if he was able to reel that in. Not able to. Now 3rd and 7 for the Rivals.
3rd and 7. And tackle for a loss on the play. Jude Chris, that time, not able to turn the corner. In fact, it's a loss of about 3 on the play. Rylan Rizzo, number 24, with the tackle for a loss. Oh, and they got away with a hold there, it looked like, on that play, Kevin.
A lot of shirt.
Yeah. Looked like Nick Felso was being held on the play, and the ER defense does its job. First punt coming up tonight for the Rivals, as this will be number 22, Tyler Potter, to boot this one away. And an opportunity here for Justice Allen. Allen trying to get around the corner. No, sir. That tackle made by Donovan Gallard, number 7. We'll take a quick break. And our score being LeRoy Cal-Mum 21, ER Gananda nothing. It's the law offices of William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Bob Johnson Automotive Group, here on CW Rochester.
It's Comfort's Fall Showroom Sale, Saturday, September 27th from 9 to 2. A sale too big to miss. Lock in VIP deals like this. A free triple pane upgrade on Comfort windows. Only at Comfort's one-day Fall Showroom Sale, Saturday, September 27th from 9 till 2. Don't miss it.
Light it. We can take people where most people cannot take them.
The generations coming together.
That place was jumping.
The Triple Option, presented by Wendy's, wherever you get your podcasts.
You know, stay tuned tonight in the game, as we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. Now, the law in every state requires drivers to always stop for school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. I don't think we have any shortage here for plays here as far as a stop. I would think maybe the 4th and goal play at the beginning, Kevin, but then we have 2 takeaways as well.
Yeah, there's been plenty to choose from the Rivals defense.
Mike Humphrey, second year for the combined program as LeRoy Cal-Mum on defense. Justice Allen going into motion, and Allen's going to get the handoff on the end around. Allen head of steam. Allen following his blockers. And Allen getting inside the 45 and down to the 44-yard line. So 144 to the other 44 for a gain of 12. That's good enough for a first down, presented by the Vinyl Outlet.
Yeah, Justice Allen picking up that first down, and he can thank Ray Allen. Watch the block coming up here.
Ooh.
Pick up a few extra yards thanks to that as he cuts it back upfield and picks up the first down.
That's good football.
And those are your 2 guys. We've said it time and time again. Get it to them, and they can make plays for you.
Playing Detman throws and big looping pass, and the communication is a little off tonight as Andrew Newman was the intended receiver on the far boundary.
Second and 10. Looks like Newman also having trouble picking up the ball, pointing to the mask on his helmet there. The visor, I should say. Looking back into the lights, we've seen that the last couple weeks. It's tough sometimes for these receivers. But that ball definitely overthrown, and we've seen that this evening as well. Just not able to connect on those deep balls.
Detman out of the shotgun. Takes the snap and the handoff going between the tackles, and that's a nice gain there. Ray Allen. Bring up 3rd and short. Closed captioning tonight is brought to you by Colin the Plumber.
3rd and 3 for the Bombers.
Ball is at the 37. 3rd and 3. Ray Allen going into motion. Detman, the keeper, the quarterback keeper, first down. And then Detman gets thrown down. Good enough for a final outlet first down. Some of the coaches up here not happy with the way that Detman was thrown down, but he takes the hit and keeps the drive alive.
Just what you needed. Design play, design run. The quarterback picks it up. Big first down there to keep this drive alive down to the 30.
Ridgey with a tackle. As now we're past the midway point already of the third quarter. Allen is in the backfield. The snap, Plant throws, end zone. Oh, and it's knocked away. Intended receiver Justice Allen, as that's a grip play by Donovan Gillard, number 7.
Go get that. Second time.
Gillard, the defender. Allen coming back to the huddle. High pointing the ball. That's always the key, Kevin.
And those plays have been there. You know, there's a couple times we've seen that. That's a tremendous SWAT defensive play.
Gillard getting congratulations from Jude Chris, the safety, on that play. Big time play. The pitch going right side, and it's going to be Munding. And Munding keeping those legs moving, and he's able to pick up a few extra yards just to bring up 3rd and short. Owen Munding, a sophomore, and you know, with there being no JV program, Kevin, once you get past freshman year, it's either you go up.
Yeah. Coach was talking to us about that this week. They only have a Mod A, which is 7th, 8th, 9th, and then you're on varsity 10, 11, 12. Only 2 football programs available to students in both ER and Gananda.
3rd down and 3 as the ball is down to the 23. The snap, faking the pitch. Detman trying to get around that left corner. Cuts it inside. Flag. Flag coming down, and you get the feeling this is coming back. The body language from ER would tell you. As the play will go to the left side. Kevin, let's see.
Holding on the Bombers.
All right, did they call
Justice?
Yeah, call Justice. Now maybe this angle will show where the hands are at.
I don't know, Gene.
It's a ghost hold. It's a ghost hold because a kid doesn't know where his left and right is.
So Detman thought he had a touchdown. Instead, it's now 3rd and 17. The ball back at the 43-yard line. Big turn of events as Detman in the pocket breaking down. Detman sacked. Thomas Chrissy with the tackle for a loss, number 34.
Thomas Chrissy in the backfield for the Lions.
Whistle. Clock should be stopped right now.
As we have a player down, and luckily we've been pretty good so far in that regard tonight. And Kevin, you could just tell that ER after that play came back. I don't know if the Bombers' head was, if they were all in the right spot there, to be honest.
Yeah, just another mistake, as Coach mentioned at halftime, prior to the start of the third quarter. We got to clean it up. We're hurting ourselves with turnovers and mistakes, and that certainly was a big one there that didn't go ER's way.
Jack Clifford, the injured player, able to jog off the field. Now, after the sack, it's now going to bring up 4th and 20. And it'll be a punting situation as Nick Falso, one of the captains on this team, coming in from Gananda. Can they work the field position game? This is as high as you will see. Does it get a good roll? It does. So that will be down at the 16-yard line and at a 24 on the play. We will take a quick break, and it will be LeRoy Calmum to get the ball back when we come back here on the law offices of William Attar's Friday Night Rivals on CW Rochester.
Your home, your sanctuary, protected with the perfect fence. At BF&R Fence, we specialize in high-quality commercial and residential fencing that enhances the beauty and security of your landscaping. Whether it's privacy, safety, or simply adding curb appeal, we've got you covered. Durable, custom-built, and designed to last. Give your property an uplifting makeover with BF&R Fence. Contact us today for your free estimate. Your home and business deserve the best.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we're going to be selecting the Ide family of dealerships play of the game. Of course, Ide right around the corner here. That's a nominee as Thomas Chrissy with the sack on 3rd and long. Lots of things we could choose from tonight, Kevin.
No question, and that just kind of took the air. You know, the penalty takes the air out of ER Gananda, but that sack forcing the punt, and they're first of the night for the Bombers, trying to play a little field position game here.
Yeah, the defense has to dig deep here for the home team on homecoming night. I think it's fair to say LeRoy Calmum here looking for the knockout punch, up 21-0. And it's this revamped offensive line that seems to be doing the trick here so far tonight. Kinsley the center, McClurg under center. And that's not going to go for much on the play, as that'll be Ridgie at the bottom of the pile.
Ridgie on the run for the Rivals. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Brady McClurg will be the quarterback, working under center once again.
Wait, that is a false start. That's a false start.
As the handoff, and not much there. Another gain of a couple to bring up 3rd down.
And an opportunity for the Bombers to get their offense back on the field if they can get a stop here on 3rd down, Gene. They need it. We're down to almost under 3 minutes here in the 3rd quarter.
About 3rd quarter.
They need a spark. You know, the Bombers need a spark. They need a turnover. They need something positive that puts points on the board. It just has not happened tonight.
Yeah, the clock is stopped for some reason. I don't know why the clock is stopped. Yeah, this is the clock is now running, so we're going to have to figure this out here. That last play was a running play, so Ray Richardson is our official here tonight, and he's going to signal up to the press box here. While we're figuring this out, Kevin, we'll let you know, everybody know where we'll be next week. Aquinas McQuaid. At McQuaid. But both teams really needing a win.
They are desperate for wins. I mean, McQuaid with Brighton, not an easy game for them tonight. They come in 0-3 after losing to Penfield last Saturday, 21-0. They've been shut out in their last 2 games. They've only scored 7 points this season. Not what we're used to seeing out of McQuaid. And we saw Aquinas against Rush Henrietta, a team that's now 4-0. Rush Henrietta and Aquinas struggled, to move the football last week. It'll be interesting. Both teams will be in need of victories come next Friday night.
Yeah, you just wonder if the winner of that game, will that springboard them perhaps in the second half. Unbelievable. We're at the halfway point after tonight as McClurg of the regular season throws. It's going to be good enough for the first down. That's Chris. Chris brings it into ER territory. That has been there all night for the taking. That's a first down presented by the Vinyl Outlet.
Man, they just keep getting it done offensively. A big 3rd down. ER needing to get a stop, and McClurg and company continue to answer. He loves that rollout, just dumps it off to Jude Christ, and Christ does the rest. Justice Allen pushing him out of bounds after a big pickup and a first down into ER Gananda territory.
What a clinic by Mike Humphrey and his offensive staff here just to get things moving as Jude Christ Big game here tonight. Had that 11-yard touchdown on their opening drive. 1st and 10 at the 44. And back to Ridgey, who makes a man miss. And he will bring it down to about the 41. Chris tonight, Kevin, his second reception.
Yeah, 2 receptions, 43 yards, and, of course, the touchdown on the evening.
Clock is your friend.
Second down.
And Kevin, we did a game a few years ago at Cal-Mum. I know there are a lot of people who couldn't make it tonight that are watching this on CW Rochester. As here will be McClurg throwing, and that's going to be caught. And Ridgey gets that catch. Ridgey lowering his shoulder and picks up a couple extra. Number 44, Cameron Ridgey, with a final outlet first down.
Man, Ridgey just a load to take down. Lowering his head, picking up an extra few yards, as you'll see up here. Watch this. Boom. And he keeps going, picking up another 2-3 yards on the play. Just a tremendous run there.
Whoa, an angry run. And, you know, I'm going to give Brennan Ingram credit because, yeah, you absorb that hit. He ends up making the tackle in the end. Second effort. After this play, if you keep it on the ground, that'll bring us to the quarter. 1st and 10. And here's going to be the throw, Gallard, and it's a miscommunication. You're throwing to a spot there, and McClurg is reading one thing, and Gallard was running another. Stops the clock here with 22 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Not many miscues from this offense here tonight, Gene. They have been on the same page since kickoff.
Ball is at the 24. It's going to motion Connor Elmore. Elmore trying to get to the marker. He's got it. Connor Elmore, who has a rushing touchdown tonight, showing the speed to get around the corner. That'll stop the clock here, as that's good enough for another final outlet. First down. We're also inside the Tim Hortons red zone. Every time I got to read that Tim Hortons, commercial, Kevin, I want a hot chocolate. That's the problem.
It's a little warm for hot chocolate.
No,
We've been fortunate with this weather.
No, always good for a little hot cocoa from Tim Hortons. It's now 1st and 10. The handoff going inside, and that will be the fullback, number 34, Thomas Chrissy. And this will bring us to the quarter. All the scoring came back in the first half, and it's ER Gananda trailing 21-0 as we head to the fourth. What a statement here by LeRoy, Cal-Mum. And if there's one play that we could point to, how about the angry run by Cameron Ridgey? As John Madden would say, boom.
Allendale Columbia School provides a student-centered, engaging, and safe environment that inspires a love of learning and helps your child discover their potential to make a positive impact on the world. At Allendale Columbia School, we turn passion into purpose and curiosity into curriculum. Learn more about Allendale Columbia School at allendalecolumbia.org. Allendale Columbia, first here, then anywhere.
It's Comfort's Fall Showroom Sale, Saturday, September 27th from 9 to 2. A sale too big to miss. Lock in VIP financing 0% for 72 months on every Comfort project. Only at Comfort's one-day Fall Showroom Sale, Saturday, September 27th from 9 to 2. Don't miss it.
Hi, welcome to Volkswagen.
I'm in great hands when the Ide family of dealerships has my car in for service. I can kick back and relax with some amazing coffee and new friends, knowing their expertise will be honest, reliable, and fast. The best part is, it's totally tailored to me and my ride. I'm lucky to have Ide right here in my hometown. Thank you! And I wouldn't dream of going anywhere else. It's all about you at Ide VW Service.
This week, upset-minded Virginia Tech looks to slow down rising star Hollywood Smothers and NC State.
My goodness.
CW Football Saturday.
Saturday on CW Rochester.
It's the fiercest, most thrilling racing today.
Side by side for the lead.
It's more than just playoffs.
It's war.
Do you believe that? Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. This one is going to be tight. What a thriller.
Only the strong survive.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs.
Saturday on CW Rochester.
Welcome back here, homecoming night tonight, but it's been the visitors dominating. LeRoy Calmum, couple takeaways, solid offense, and here they have the ball in the red zone to begin the fourth. Quarterback, we got Brady McClurg, and this is going to go against LeRoy Calmum.
False start on the Rivals.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many miscues by the Rivals through three quarters. Offensively outgaining the Bombers 332 to 156 tonight. Coach Humphrey told us they had this game circled. They've come and delivered a big-time effort here tonight against the defending champs.
As the QB keeper into the end zone, touchdown. Third overall in the night for number 2, Brady McClurg. 13-yard touchdown. That's an American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares.
Boy, yes, he had a night tonight. He's done it offensively. He's done it defensively. Had that interception late in the first half as well. Here, it looks like he was stumbling out of the backfield, still managed to stay on his feet, and then just take it in untouched into the end zone for the 8-yard score.
It looks like they're going to go for... No, they're not going to go for 2. That indeed is going to be Tyler Potter. Kicking toward Fairport Road here. Snap is down. The kick is... I think somebody got a piece of it. Kick is no good, so our score will remain 27-0. As let's see if we get something positive here tonight from E.R. Gananda on offense when we come back. Oh, how about this young man? Brady McClurg, have yourself a night. It's the law offices of Willie Mattar's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Bob Johnson Automotive, here on CW Rochester.
Your home, your sanctuary, protected with the perfect fence. At BF&R Fence, we specialize in high-quality commercial and residential fencing that enhances the beauty and security of your landscaping. Whether it's privacy, safety, or simply adding curb appeal, we've got you covered. Durable, custom-built, and designed to last. Give your property an uplifting makeover with BF&R Fence. Contact us today for your free estimate. Your home and business deserve the best.
Here's the Families Thrive scoring summary on that drive. Whew, 9 plays, 84 yards, capped off by the McClurg touchdown run.
Statement drive, I would say. I mean, they've had a few of them tonight, but they're slamming the door shut here early in the fourth quarter as the East Rochester Gananda just has not had an answer on how to stop that offense that has just been masterfully run by Brady McClurg.
Here is the BF&R fence kickoff. As on the far side, it'll be angled up to the 30, the 35. And that's where about Gananda will take over. It's time for our Ide family of dealerships play of the game. You know we got to work in number 2 somehow, Kevin. What a well-designed play. Jude Chris going back here to McClurg.
Yeah, great call here by the Rifles and McClurg with the big pickup. Again, the dual threat, doing it through the air. And as we've seen, he can run the ball as well. Big pickup there.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns through the air tonight for McClurg. The one just now on the ground. And so 3 overall. And that play just so well designed. That's going to be our play of the game. And thanks to the Ide family of dealerships. Here will be the handoff, and this is going to go to the sophomore Munding. And look at the hard run by Munding. And Munding is going to get it good for a gain of 11 as Cummings home power generates that first down.
Yeah, the Bombers have had success on the ground, Gene. They just haven't been able to sustain a drive. You know, they've gotten in the red zone and not been able to convert, and they've had turnovers. And there's been a multitude of mistakes that they'll look back at this game and said, maybe it could have been different.
I mean, you're just a few inches away from tying this. I mean, the crowd thought it was. The sirens were going off, except play was marked out of bounds, and that's a drop pass, uncharacteristic of number 1, Justice Allen.
Pass is incomplete. Brings up second down.
Once again, I want to thank Colin the Plumber for the closed captioning sponsorship tonight. Detman out of the shotgun, and he's just going to pitch it over. Ray Allen turns the corner. Ray Allen, first down. Ray Allen pulled down by the jersey. Making that tackle was Ridgey. And that's the thing that's frustrating if you're a fan of the home team, because we've seen Allen turn the corner multiple times tonight.
Yeah, and a great block there from Andrew Newman, number 3 for the Bombers. Helping to break Allen free here. You see him on the near sideline, and a nice pickup. And again, we've seen it tonight, and now can they continue to keep it going? Allen, 8 carries for 77 yards so far this evening.
The pass, quick out, and that's positive yardage, getting it over to Newman. Newman inside the 30, down to about the 27. We'll call it a gain of 6.
About 6 brings up second and 4.
Tim Rose also has Nate Payne on his staff. Second down and 4. Payne being a former coach at Fisher. Allen goes into motion, inside handoff, and the defense was right there for it. Colton Halliday, one of the tacklers, in on it. The outside linebacker. Also number 77, Carter Page.
Third 3.
Welcome in Tyler Millen, our sideline reporter tonight, and he'll have our winning team following this game. And there is a head of steam and into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown. E.R. Gananda. Number 2, Ray Allen, 26 yards. That's an American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares.
Now the fire truck able to have its sirens go off. That is a touchdown for E.R. Gananda. I believe the flag came after the score.
Yep, that is the tradition that you will have. Somebody at the ready. And what is the call?
Unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bombers.
So the touchdown is good.
How about Allen? 10 carries, 104 yards, and that touchdown.
Penalty after the play.
Ray Allen has been big on the ground on a night that things have not gone well for the Bombers. He answers here late in the fourth.
Nick Chicken on to attempt the PAT for the Bombers.
Nick Cicchino will take the PAT attempt. Snap goes down, kick is end over end, and that is through the upright. We'll keep it right here as good for the home team here, getting on the board. Now let's see if they can come up with a stop and really just get the ball to number 2. And Kevin, look at the lead blocking on this.
Yeah, great job by the Bombers.
Oh, it's 2 blocks there for Owen Munding. That's the way to get ahead of it.
Yeah, Munding's out there. Nick Falso's out there. Both contributing. Some nice blocks on the touchdown run. Of course, Falso, we talked to him earlier this week, one of the captains. 6 plays, 64 yards you see there, and the 26-yard touchdown from Ray Allen. And get back to Nick Falso, a lacrosse goalie.
Yep.
At Gananda, going to play at Lake Erie College, just outside of Cleveland, Division II next year. Congratulations to him. So many Section 5 athletes doing well when they leave Section 5.
That scoring summary brought to you by Families Thrive. $27-7. That's one of those woulda, coulda, shoulda type of games for the home team. You score on the opening drive. If you stop, maybe this is a one-score game.
Yeah, they'll be thinking about a lot of those things when they're reviewing film tomorrow. A lot of film to go over, a lot of teaching moments for Coach Rose because, as you mentioned, we're halfway through the season, still plenty of season left, and obviously everything gearing up towards the sectionals.
All right, you go on side here. It's homecoming night.
The rivals appear ready for it, Gene, if they do.
And the answer would be no. It's the BF&R Fence kickoff back to the 25-yard line. And, for the first time since the opening kickoff, this is going to be brought back as Colton Holiday with a return up to about the 42-yard line. We once again want to thank Good Smoke Barbecue and Pub, right on Commercial Street in East Rochester. Had the pulled pork sandwich tonight, Kevin, a little mac and cheese. Thank you to Brian and the guys, everybody, Brian and Kelly, their sponsorship. Good Smoke Barbecue and Pub, delicious food. 1st and 10 at the 43. As it's going to be Elmore on the pitch. You know what I like about that, Kevin? Elmore knows. I'm not going to run this out of bounds. Let's keep the clock moving here.
Smart play, heads-up play by the senior.
Tyler Lyston, he good as advertised coming into this
no question.
Game. Gain 1 on the play. Christ going into motion and then brought down from behind. Lyston sacking Brady McClurg, or you call it a run for a loss, but that's the big man, 65, coming through.
Just what the Bombers needed. We talked about him earlier at the top of the show. He's disruptive along that defensive line and shows exactly why Coach Humphrey said we need to find him, and we need to find him to be successful here tonight. Most of the night they have right there. They did not, as he comes up with a 4-yard loss.
Let's see if they'll get off the field here. 3rd and long. The snap, rolling to his right. McClurg throwing, it's incomplete. So for the 3rd time tonight, Kevin? Correct.
Yep, 3rd time.
Okay. Make sure I
We're
get
gonna
that
see
right. Get the punter out there. Good stop there for ER Gananda.
And the problem is the clock stops.
That's true.
8:03 remaining. Still life here for the Bombers.
So Potter, busy guy tonight, 3 of 4 in the PATs, 3rd punt. And a high snap. In trouble. Potter's going to have to fall on it. He does. This game's not over yet, Kevin. 7:59 remaining. And
wow.
LeRoy Calmum opening the door there on special teams.
Yeah, what a mistake there for the Rivals. I mean, you needed just to get this ball off, and really the first real mistake they've made in this game. And the momentum, momentum is a wild thing in sports, and what an opportunity here. From the 7, ER Gananda takes over, and they have life with 7:59 to go.
I'm going Ray Allen if I'm calling the plays here. Here's Allen going into motion. The snap, it's going to be the fake. Detman keeping it himself. Detman toward the end zone, and he's going to be short by a yard. We've got a player slow to get up, but indeed short of the goal line. This does keep the clock moving, however. Back up to the line. Munding is the running back. Detman, keeper. Detman toward the end zone, and he's shoved back. Forward progress back to the 1.
Yeah, look at the defensive pressure up the middle, and you see 44 in there, Cameron Ridgey, making the big stop in the backfield, keeping him out of the end zone. They made a stand in the first quarter, trying to do it again here late in the 4th.
Well, this whole sequence is taking time off the clock, however. 3rd and goal from the 1. Snap. The pitch. Newman trying to get to the corner. Newman toward the end zone. He's in. Touchdown. Touchdown. ER Gananda. That's number 3. Andrew Newman, the junior. That's an American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares.
6:42 remaining in this one. We've got ourselves a ball game. Great call here by Coach Rose and company. Just get it in the end zone. Newman does from 3 yards out. And, Gene, we've got a ball game pending this extra point.
For Newman, that'll be his first rushing touchdown of the season, and we're going to have a penalty called against the home team here.
And you look back on that extra point missed by the Rivals. Now a penalty here on this attempt for the Bombers could be critical.
It's the short field that gives the opportunity here for Gananda to cut this to a 2-score game, but can now be a 13-point game. Nick Cicchino to attempt the PAT. Snap is down. The kick's blocked. The PAT is blocked, and our score will remain 27-13. We take another look here at the touchdown by Andrew Newman. getting to the corner. ER making this a game. ER Gananda down by 2 touchdowns here on the law offices of William & Terrar's Friday Night Rivals on CW Rochester.
When you're in the middle of something special, the last thing you want is to lose power. Enjoy safety, comfort, and the power of those special moments uninterrupted with a Cummins Quiet Connect home standby generator.
You ready?
So you can carry on doing what matters most.
Yes!
Cummins.
Yeah, not much there. The short field after the snap going over the head of the punter. 7 yards, 3 plays. Newman takes it in from 1 yard, Kevin. That's brought to you by Families Thrive. Kind of an odd stat here, Kevin.
Yeah. I mean, a game that was being dominated by the rivals, and East Rochester outgaining the rivals 134-98 so far in the second half. As a 27-point lead is down to 14.
It's the BF&R Fence kickoff.
Go get the ball, Brennan.
As this will be at the 10 between the hashes. Making one man miss. And that's just good coverage there by the Bombers. As the return there by number 30, Colton Holiday.
I think Holiday also in there on the blocked extra point as well for the rivals. So he's had himself a big night.
Ridgie is going to be in the backfield. McClurg also a threat to take off here. And I mentioned both those. There's another option. Duke Christ trying to get to the corner. Chris has the first down. Boy, Christ on the outside receiving tonight. And there we see him do with the legs. Cummings home power generating that first down.
Yeah, just what the rivals needed there. A big first down. Gets out of bounds. And they're going to resume the clock here. But that's a big thing. You want that clock if you're the rivals to continue ticking down.
And we have an injury here to an ER player, so that will stop the clock with 6:25 remaining in this contest. Chris, a gain of 12 on that play. So this would be a good time to present to you our school bus stop of the game.
This is the school bus stop of the game. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
Kevin, so many things we could have chosen tonight, but one of the takeaways, and since McClurg has had such a big night, this puts an end here to an ER drive. And that is our stop of the game.
This is the school bus stop of the game. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
Back to live action. As this will be Rylan Rizzo walking off the field. Number 24 had a nice tackle earlier tonight. First and 10 at the 35 when that whistle will blow and the clock will start back up. Give the Bombers credit here. They're not going to go down easily. Look at this. They're going to take every second they can, Kevin. There's not a play clock, but when the back judge starts moving the hand, that's when you got to get moving, and the handoff goes inside. Ridgie will take it only for 2.
Just smart football there, you know. The clock is your friend here. And especially when the Bombers have picked up a little momentum. You made a costly mistake that led to a E.R. Gananda touchdown. You want to settle things down. This offense has been so good tonight. McClurg in total command. You want to keep it on the ground and work that clock.
Yeah, and our back judge tonight is Paul Marsh. Out of camera view, but as soon as he starts moving his hand, that's, and I'll give you the warning here, the hand going up into the air. And the faking the end around. McClurg going for the knockout punch. Galliard catches it. Galliard getting it inside the 30, and the ball comes out. Is that a live ball? No, the official right there saying play is down, ground causing that. And that's a big-time play by LeRoy Kelmum, number 7. How about number 7? Donovan Galliard. That's going to be good enough for first down. Cummings home power generating that first down.
I mean, you see there how much trust they have in McClurg to make that play. I mean, you've got the clock rolling, 5 minutes and change to go, and he throws up a beautiful ball here that's reeled in by Gallard.
39 yards on that pickup. Yeah, adjusting in the air there as well. McClurg calmly under center, handing it off, and Ridgie gets upended in the backfield. As with the tackle would be Bryce Panzarella, one of the captains of this team, number 9. And now, using their first timeout, will be the Bombers.
Sorry, Gene, on that throw, McClurg now 8 of 13, 149 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Galliard 2 receptions for 76 yards.
Let's take a look at how we got here if you're just tuning in. In the first half, what a drive to set things up here as that caps off a 9-play, 67-yard drive, the 11-yard reception by Jude Christ. The fade pattern going the opposite end to Austin Metzger. Metzger making it 14-0 after the extra point. 21-0 would be the score as Connor Elmore gets a block from Christ and then races to the end zone. That's our halftime score. And then McClurg bouncing off a tackler. McClurg with the extra effort getting to the end zone. 27-0 our score. E.R. Gananda now showing some fight. Ray Allen to the end zone, touchdown. And then a short field of only 7 yards on this drive. The flip going to Newman. Newman getting some blocks, and he gets to the pylon. Extra point there, no good. It was blocked. That's where we're at right now, 27-13. But for E.R. Gananda, they gotta get the ball back.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
No, it's interesting this week, Gene, on our calls with the teams, both talking about, 2 separate schools, but they've merged, obviously, and that they've connected so well. And I asked Coach Humphrey, who played at LeRoy, I said, would you ever drive a Cal-Mum guy home? He said, no, I can't see that happening back in my day.
All different now, though.
Absolutely.
As that pass will be short up. But, our conversation with the home team here, LeRoy, Cal-Mum, our conversation with E.R. Gananda, with Justice Allen, talking about, I know I could call any one of these guys 10, 15 years down the road, and they'll have my back on anything. And it just goes to show the bonds. These kids know exactly what teamwork's all about.
Guy like Nick Falso, who's got a commute from Gananda, says we take some of the young guys home and commute with them, and that's when we can connect with them and really become a team. And, you've seen it for years here with ER and Gananda and how well this merger has worked for them. And we're also seeing it here tonight, how quickly LeRoy and Cal-Mum have come together in just a couple years.
Yeah, and we have an injured player down on the field here, stopping the clock with 4:09 remaining. 3rd and 8 will be the down distance, and this is it's actually Lyston that's down, so hopefully he's going to be okay. trainer right there. Homecoming night not going as planned here for the Bombers. And Lyston now will walk off slowly as he gets a round of applause here from the home crowd. And notable that it's actually Coach with his
Rose,
helmet. Yeah, taking his helmet. That might indicate his night's over. Well, he gets his helmet back there, Kevin, as I say that. And hopefully everything is okay.
We certainly hope so, because he's such a crucial part to this team. Certainly along the defensive line, which we've seen tonight.
This is going to be a 3rd down and 8. The ball spotted at the 22. McClurg under center, and he'll hand off to Ridgie. Ridgie lowering the shoulder. That pile keeps moving. Where do they spot it? Kevin, that's going to be close to a 1st down. And they are going to say that's a 1st down. Yeah. Wow, what a second effort by Cameron Ridgie to earn that 1st down. Cummings home power generating that 1st down.
Just a load to bring down. Takes the initial hit, keeps his head down, and just pushes the pile forward. Great effort there by Ridgie. And a big Rivals 1st down, now under 4 minutes to go in the 4th. Ridgie, 14 carries for 41 yards here tonight.
And you see Rontrez Williams trying to rake that ball out, and Riggie's like, it's just perfect form. He's not going to let that ball go.
He's got a little Rob Conrad with that number 44 to him, doesn't he?
Yeah, good reference. As now the handoff going inside. Getting it down to the 9, and yes, we will get a timeout. 2nd one coming up here for the Bombers with 3:24 remaining in the contest. Two touchdowns in the air tonight for Brady McClurg, and then you also have McClurg with the last touchdown coming on the ground from 13 yards. Connor Elmore, wide receiver, with a rushing touchdown tonight. 27 points, 4 touchdowns, and McClurg through the air tonight. That's as steady as she comes tonight, Kevin.
Yeah, 8 of 13, 149, and those 2 touchdowns. Also had the rushing touchdown as well, so up to 10 touchdowns on the season for him through the air and on the ground, and he's a big part of how far this LeRoy Cal-Mum team can go this season.
Cheerleaders entertaining the crowd here tonight on homecoming night during the timeout. Second down and 6 with the ball at the 10. So an ideal situation here for LeRoy Cal-Mum. They can get the 1st down here before they get to the end zone, if it works out that way. Ridgie and Christ in the backfield. Riggie's going to get the call. Ridgie, upended. Bryce Panzarella with the tackle. And now the Bombers will use their final timeout. They'll go for a gain of 4 to bring up 3rd and 2.
And with this Rivals offense, the playbook, you would think you'd keep it on the ground, but the playbook's wide open here tonight with Coach Humphrey and company.
Yeah, and for E.R. Gananda tonight, this game really was a showcase for number 2, Ray Allen, tonight.
Yeah, here McClurg for LeRoy Cal-Mum at quarterback. He has been the story on both sides of the football. Taking the trickery out of the playbook on the receiving end here. Doing it with his legs, doing it through the air, doing it on defense, coming up with the interception as you'll see coming up here late in the first half. Number 2, no doubt, a player of the game here tonight. Even gets bumped there by Cameron Ridgey.
Blocking his own quarterback.
Still gets in the end zone, though. He has been an impressive young man here tonight. And
Ray Allen, both number 2s tonight.
No question.
Yeah, Ray Allen averaging over 10 yards a carry. But here's McClurg looking for the finishing touches. He hands off. And close. Panzarella coming in to make the tackle. Now, Bombers are out of timeouts. Okay, so it is going to be 4th down. And this will bring us about down to 240.
It's been Ridgey's drive, but I wouldn't be surprised if you have a quarterback keeper here. You only need one.
So there, your good coaching there is Mike Humphrey knows exactly where the clock is at. He will call the timeout. Do you take the field goal or you? No, I think you're running here, Kevin.
No question.
You're trusting your offense.
The way they've done it all night long. Keep it in the hands of McClurg and company. Pick up the first down. And if you don't, you've got ER Gananda pinned in their own territory, down 2 scores.
2:27 remaining here.
And no timeouts either.
Yeah. I'm trying to do the math here, Kevin, with no timeouts. If you get the first down, and I don't think you can go to the victory formation just yet if you get the first down without getting the touchdown. What I'm saying is if they get it down to about the 3, could they just call it a night after that? Well, Cameron Ridgey, hard runner. Who do you give the honors here to, Kevin, coming out of this?
They've been using Ridgey this whole drive. But the way they've played tonight, you wonder if it's going to be somebody else. Keeping everybody on their toes.
Chrissy is the fullback, and it is going to be McClurg. McClurg into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, LeRoy, Cal-Mum. That's an American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares. Who saw this coming? 33-13 is now our score.
And we called it. Ridgey, they lulled the Bombers to sleep the whole drive. Ridgey, and then the quarterback keeper right into the end zone.
Ridgey takes out Panzarella on that play. Great work by our cameraman. And Potter to attempt another PAT. He's 3 of 4 so far tonight. And Mr. Potter will miss to the right. So it remains a 20-point game. And I think this goes without saying, Kevin, but there's going to be another round between these two. You would figure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They met in 2023 when LeRoy won the sectional title. They met in the semifinals. And obviously they met last year in the championship game with the Gananda victorious. So, we talked about it. It's successful programs in Class C, and somehow, some way, they're going to find each other come sectional time.
So we still have 2:22 remaining, and Tyler Millen will be our guy trying to catch up after the game with head coach Mike Humphrey. We have the trophy presentation.
Yes.
That'll be coming up.
little strange being up here for that. So used to being down there.
Yeah, that's what you play for when you're on Friday Night Rivals.
And there's nothing like, giving that to the winning team, and being part of this broadcast and their reaction when you're in the middle of it, Gene. I mean, it's something I certainly will never forget. Some of the places we've been across Section 5. I've almost been taken out a few times.
The BRF&R fence kickoff will be down at the 40-yard line. Yeah, wins are fun. Have fun. Yeah. This isn't pro football. You want a game, have some fun as we take a look at the scoring summary. Brought to you by Families Thrive. Another long drive, Kevin.
Methodical. Yeah. Just moving it down the field, 7 plays, 76 yards, and another rival touchdown. Thanks to Brady McClurg. He's had a hand in all of them tonight.
Robbie Detman at quarterback. As that will be Justice Allen going into motion. Allen streaking down the near sideline. Detman's not going to have any time. He's going to take off. He has no other choice. Now remember, they're out of timeouts here, so that clock will keep moving.
Unit 4 brings up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Detman throwing. Big looping pass, and trying to make the adjustment was Allen.
Robbie Detman's pass incomplete. Intended target number 1, Justice Allen. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Detman looking at his wristband. Ray Allen will be in the slot to the right. Justice Allen, the slot to the left. 3rd down. Detman stepping up. He's in trouble. Spins away from one man. Detman throws. And just getting rid of it. And now the Bombers down to their last play.
Yeah, Detman has had a rough night tonight. I'm a young quarterback. He's going to learn from it. He's going to learn from a lot of things tonight and be better for it. And that's the most important thing. Like a lot of these teams, you just want to get better each and every week. He knows he made some mistakes here tonight. He's been under pressure. But this team needs him and certainly to get it to their playmakers. And he'll be back.
4th down and 6. Detman takes the snap. Throws, and that's going to be Allen. Allen gets to the marker. Ray Allen at the 40 and down inside the 35. Cummings Home Power generating that first down. That goes for a gain of 21.
And, Gene, you see Detman there, and we've seen that so far tonight. I know it's late in the game, and LeRoy Calmum is just trying to get through this, but Detman comfortable with the short-range throws, the mid-range throws, and it's been successful for him tonight. Downfield has been a struggle.
Justice Allen on a crossing pattern gets that first down. But with it being in the middle of the field, the clock will continue to run. Gain of 8. Detman in the hurry-up. Plants, throws. Newman has it. And Newman will be down at the 22. Clock will only stop momentarily as they move the markers. Cummings Home Power will generate a first down. Wait. I'm getting ahead of myself. What do we have here, Kevin? Something on the far side.
Bombers are headed the wrong way here on this.
So no first down. I didn't even see the signal. I apologize, folks, but I can just tell you it's 5 yards against ER Gananda. And this is going to bring us under a minute to go here tonight as Detman. And they have something to build off of here in the closing minute. And just out of reach there for Ray Allen. Stops the clock with 55 seconds remaining.
Yeah, those crossing patterns have been there tonight, and they've hit them a few times, those short patterns. And, both Justice Allen and Ray Allen, tremendous athletes, and you want to get them the football as many times as you can. because they can make things happen, as we've seen. It's those type of throws that can get a young quarterback going and give him some confidence. You know, even at the end of this game where they're not going to win, he can take something successful, something positive into next week and beyond.
Here's the snap, the rush, the check down. Oh, beautifully designed play. Oh, what a stiff arm. Oh, and Ray Allen, he came to play tonight. That goes down to the 20. It's generated a first down by Cummings Home Power. Oh, Gallard's had a great game tonight, but you know what? Gallard sticks with it and he makes the tackle. So that's an example how to stick with a play there. And we have a timeout called.
Now the Rivals.
Yeah. Yeah, look at these coaches. They're not done with their job here tonight. You guys are playing right to the end here.
Always teaching, you know, and then both sides, you know, and that's so important. They're talking situational football. You know, you're going to be in a close game in the next couple weeks potentially. How do we handle these situations?
So this will be 1st and 10 at the 21. Detman taking the snap, throws over the middle. It's caught by Justice Allen. Justice Allen trying to fight to the end zone, and he'll be tackled. Dylan Alcott making the tackle. Cummings Home Power generating that first down. We're also inside the Tim Hortons red zone. 1st and goal coming up, and just getting center, maybe not. What is the call? The flag coming down. How many players do we have on the field there?
Yeah, the Rivals had someone running on late.
Yeah. Ray Richardson, our referee tonight.
What? Wait, what did they call? False start on the Bombers.
Here is Justice Allen in traffic. First and goal from the 6. Here's the flick to Justice Allen. He's got the corner. End zone touchdown. Touchdown, Justice Allen. His 5th of the season. That's an American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares.
Yeah, similar play they ran a little bit ago with Andrew Newman. Just ran it the other way to the far sideline. Works to perfection as Justice Allen. Nobody gets a finger on him into the end zone for the 3-yard score.
Munding paving the way there, number 5, the sophomore. So the Bombers will go for 2. The snap, Munding throws, and that will be broken up. Ray Allen. Could break up on the play. And so our score remained 33-19. Nice drive, too. Presented by Families Thrive. 9 plays, 60 yards. Allen, the 6-yard run to the right corner.
Again, we talked about it at the start of that drive. Little things that give you confidence moving forward. You may not win this game, obviously, with 19 seconds remaining, but a nice drive there put together here tonight can give you something maybe going into next week.
Kickoff coming up.
Justice Allen, big night, Gino. 7 touches, 91 yards, and the touchdown you just saw. East Rochester, Gananda, Gino will head to Hornell, Arkport, Kennesaga next Friday night. LeRoy, Cal-Mum, they'll host Alexander Pembroke at Hamilton Field. Of course, they alternate fields. They play at Cal-Mum, they play at LeRoy.
Yeah.
Each team getting 2 home games this season. Or the one team, each school. The schools.
Schools get 2,
yes.
It's the BF&R Fence kickoff one last time here tonight in East Rochester. And that will do it.
Chris.
Chris, only fitting. He's been such a weapon for this team tonight. Don't want to overlook his job tonight as the satisfaction knowing that the victory formation will be coming up with 19 seconds remaining in this contest. And especially if you're a LeRoy Cal-Mum fan, you want to stick around. We'll be catching up with Mike Humphrey following the game tonight. Our very own Tyler Millen is downfield. And Brady McClurg with the kneel down. The Rivals over the Bombers tonight. 21-0 was our halftime score. What a statement tonight by LeRoy Caledonia-Mumford as the teams will line up to shake hands. There you see head coach Mike Humphrey. We'll catch up with Coach coming up next. It's the law offices of William & Tarr's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Bob Johnson Automotive Group here on CW Rochester.
It's Comfort's Fall Showroom Sale, Saturday, September 27th from 9 to 2. A sale too big to miss. Lock in VIP financing 0% for 72 months on every Comfort project. Only at Comfort's one-day Fall Showroom Sale, Saturday, September 27th from 9 to 2. Don't miss it.
Every child deserves a safe, loving home. At Families Thrive, we connect children with the foster and adoptive families who can change their lives forever. On November 1st, join us for the Families Thrive Gala. Together, we'll celebrate the power of family and raise critical funds to support children in need. Get your tickets, make a donation, and help every child find their forever home. Because when families thrive, children thrive.
Thinking about upgrading your home's exterior? Now through September 30th, Stellar Roofing is giving you $500 off or 0% financing for 12 months so you can complete your next home exterior project. At Stellar, you get industry-leading craftsmanship with a top-tier warranty. Choose Western New York's premier home exterior company, backed by hundreds of 5-star reviews. When quality counts, call
888-7663 Stellar Roofing.
Proud partner of the Buffalo Bills.
This week, upset-minded Virginia Tech looks to slow down rising star Hollywood Smothers and NC State.
My goodness.
CW Football Saturday.
Saturday on CW Rochester.
This week, a full day of action on CW Sports Saturday ignites with the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs.
It's warm.
As the postseason heats up in a Kansas clash.
What a thriller!
Only the strong survive.
Then, upset-minded Virginia Tech looks to slow down rising star Hollywood Smothers and NC State.
My goodness.
CW Sports Saturday.
Saturday on CW Rochester.
What a statement tonight by LeRoy Cal-Mum, 33-19. 4 total touchdowns for Brady McClurg, 2 on the air, 2 on the ground. But, Kevin, it wasn't just all him. This really was a team effort here tonight.
No question, and they learned a lot about themselves here tonight. Coming in against the defending champs, a team they lost to in the sectional finals a year ago, they get a statement win and now move forward in great shape in Class C.
Yeah, let's send it downstairs Tyler Millen with our victorious team. Tyler, take it away.
Coach, a wire-to-wire win tonight. What impressed you about this team's effort?
The effort didn't surprise me. I'm just happy the way that we did bounce back from a loss last week, the way we kind of used that as motivation. But these guys bring it every week. Last week, like I said, it didn't turn out that well, but here we are now. I'm happy with the way that not that we finished the game the way we wanted to, but, we won the game, and I can't complain about that.
What impressed you about your team's resolve? You mentioned that difficult fourth quarter. What impressed you about your team's ability to close it out at the end?
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if we closed the game well. We gave up 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, but, we did bring the team together halfway through the fourth, and when we needed a touchdown offensively, we did do that, so that's a positive. But that's actually been one of our topics of conversation going into tomorrow, is being able to finish games a little bit better.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Guys, this is for you. Guys, back to you in the booth.
All right. Thank you, Tyler. And that's a well-earned victory. Pass that around tonight. Kevin, your final thoughts here tonight as this very well may be, coming up round 2 in sectionals.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, these two teams, the tradition, the success they've had over the years, meeting each other in 23, 24, I would imagine 25, we're going to see them again in the postseason, but just very impressed by the rivals here tonight. And the Bombers, they made some mistakes that they'd love to have back. Turnovers on downs, interceptions, fumbles, things that they have to correct as well as penalties. And they'll look at that and they'll regroup and they'll be back. But I wouldn't be surprised seeing these two teams meet up again come sectional time.
Aquinas and McQuaid coming up next week on Friday Night Rivals. Hope you can join us at 7 o'clock. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors here tonight. Certainly want to thank the law offices of William Mattar, Bob Johnson Automotive Group, Stellar Roofing, Vinyl Outlet, Cummings Generator, the John Wright Law Firm, BF and Our Fence, Tim Hortons, Families Thrive, the Ide family of dealerships, American Custom Exteriors and Interiors, Colin the Plumber, and the Allendale Columbia School. And we want to thank you, of course, for watching here tonight. Congratulations to the rivals from LeRoy Cal-Mum. State win for this program, 33-19, our final score tonight. For our director, Eric Harpy, and the entire team here, Tyler Millen and Kevin Roche. My name is Gene Battaglia, and thanks for watching here, Friday Night Rivals on CW Rochester. Have a good night.
When it comes to home improvements, you need a company you can trust. That's why I turn to American Custom. They're honest, affordable, and always get the job done right. Whether it's roofing, siding, windows, or remodeling, American Custom has the expertise to transform your home using solid materials to make everything look brand new. American Custom is your trusted partner for all your